My beloved, if your eyes have found these words, it is not by accident. There are countless moments in a day, countless voices calling for your attention, yet somehow you are here, right now, reading this. So don't rush past this moment. Don't treat it as ordinary. Something deeper is happening. Something quiet yet powerful. Something meant for your heart, not just your ears. You may have come here carrying burdens you cannot explain. Perhaps your smile hides a storm. Perhaps your strength feels like it's running out. You may have been strong for everyone else, but inside you are tired, tired of waiting, tired of hoping, tired of wondering if things will ever change. And still, in the middle of all that, you kept going. You kept breathing. You kept searching. That alone matters more than you realize. Listen closely, not to the noise of the world, not to the doubts that echo in your mind, but to the still, steady voice reaching out to you now. You are not unseen. You are not forgotten. Every tear you have cried, every silent prayer you thought went unheard, every moment you felt like giving up but didn't, none of it has been wasted. It has all been seen, all been counted, all been held with care. You may feel like you are walking alone, but you are not. Even in your loneliest nights, even in the moments when no one understood your pain, you were not abandoned. There has always been a presence walking beside you, guiding you through what you couldn't see, protecting you from what you didn't even know was there. And even now, in this very moment, that presence is closer than your next breath. You don't have to pretend anymore. You don't have to act strong when you feel weak. You don't have to hide your fears or your doubts. Come as you are. Tired, confused, broken, hopeful, searching. You are accepted in this moment exactly as you are, not as others expect you to be, not as you think you should be. There is no requirement to be perfect. There is only an invitation to be real. There are things in your life that didn't go the way you planned. Doors you wanted to open remained shut. People you trusted may have walked away. Situations you prayed would change seemed to stay the same. And somewhere along the way, you may have started asking why. Why is this happening? Why me? Why now? Those questions are not wrong. They come from a heart that is trying to understand. But sometimes the answer is not in immediate explanation. It is in trust that something greater is being formed within you. What you are going through is not the end of your story. It may feel heavy right now. It may feel overwhelming. But it is not permanent. There is a purpose unfolding, even in the pain. There is growth happening, even in the waiting. There is strength being built, even in the struggle. You are being shaped into someone who can carry more, who can stand stronger, who can walk further than you ever imagined. When fear rises inside you, when anxiety whispers worst-case scenarios, remember this: not every thought you think is truth. Fear often speaks loudly, but it does not speak accurately. There is a deeper truth, one that brings peace instead of panic, clarity instead of confusion, and that peace is available to you right now, not because everything around you is perfect, but because there is a steady presence within you that cannot be shaken. Take a moment and breathe. Not the rushed breathing of stress, but a slow, intentional breath. Let it remind you that you are still here. You have made it through every difficult day so far. Every challenge that once felt impossible, you are on the other side of it now. That is not weakness. That is resilience. That is proof that there is something within you that refuses to give up. You may not see the full path ahead, and that can feel unsettling. But you don't need to see the whole road to take the next step. Guidance often comes one step at a time, not all at once. If everything were revealed at once, it might overwhelm you. Instead, you are given what you need for this moment. And right now, what you need is not all the answers, but the strength to keep moving forward. There is a future ahead of you that is not defined by your past mistakes, not limited by your current struggles. A future filled with purpose, with meaning, with moments of joy you cannot yet imagine. Just because you cannot see it does not mean it isn't there. Some of the most beautiful things in life begin unseen. Seeds growing beneath the soil, waiting for the right time to rise. You are in a season, not a sentence. Seasons change. No matter how long a winter feels, spring always comes. Growth always follows stillness. Light always follows darkness, and your story is still unfolding. There are times when you may feel like you are not enough, not strong enough, not capable enough, not worthy enough. But those thoughts are not truth. They are echoes of fear, shaped by past experiences, shaped by words that were never meant to define you. Your worth is not determined by your failures, your doubts, or the opinions of others. Your worth is already established, already complete, already unshaken. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to take a break from carrying everything on your own. Strength is not about never feeling weak. It is about continuing even when you do. It is about allowing yourself to be supported, even in ways you may not fully understand. There is healing happening within you, even if you cannot feel it yet. Some wounds take time, some scars fade slowly, but just because the process is not visible does not mean it is not real. You are being restored piece by piece, moment by moment. What once hurt deeply will not always carry the same weight. What once felt impossible to overcome will one day be part of your testimony of strength. You have a purpose that goes beyond what you can currently see. Your life is not random. Your experiences are not meaningless. Even the difficult moments are shaping something within you that will one day help someone else. Your story has the power to bring light to someone else's darkness, hope to someone else's despair. Do not let discouragement convince you to stop. Do not let fear convince you to shrink. You were not created to live in constant doubt or to remain stuck in places that drain your spirit. There is more ahead of you. More peace, more clarity, more growth, more purpose. Even when things don't make sense, even when the path feels unclear, trust that you are being guided, not forced, not rushed, but gently led. And if you stumble, if you take a wrong turn, if you feel like you've lost your way, that does not mean it's over. There is always a way back. There is always another step forward. You are stronger than you feel. You are more capable than you think. You are more loved than you realize. And right now, in this very moment, you are being reminded of something your heart may have forgotten. You are not alone in this journey. So whatever you are carrying, you don't have to carry it all at once. Take it one moment at a time, one breath at a time, one step at a time. Let go of the pressure to have everything figured out. Let go of the fear that you are running out of time. Your journey is unfolding exactly as it needs to. There is peace available to you, not the kind that depends on everything going perfectly, but the kind that remains steady even when life feels uncertain. A peace that settles your heart, quiets your thoughts, and reminds you that you are safe, that you are held, that you are guided. Receive that peace now. Let it fill the spaces where worry once lived. Let it replace the tension in your mind with calm, the heaviness in your heart with hope. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to earn it. It is already being offered to you. And as you move forward from this moment, carry this with you. You are seen, you are valued, you are guided, and you are deeply loved. Not because of what you have done, but because of who you are. Whatever lies ahead, you will not face it alone. Whatever challenges come, you will have the strength to meet them. Whatever doors are meant to open for you will open at the right time. Stay present, stay open, stay willing to trust even when it feels difficult, because something meaningful is unfolding in your life even now. And this moment, this exact moment, is part of it. You are not alone, even in the moments when it feels like the world has gone silent around you. There are times when the weight of everything you are carrying makes it seem as if no one truly understands what you're going through. You may be surrounded by people and still feel distant, as if your thoughts and struggles exist in a space no one else can reach. But that feeling, as real and heavy as it is, does not define the truth of your situation. There is a presence with you that does not come and go based on circumstances or emotions. It remains steady, constant, and aware of every detail of your life. This presence understands the things you cannot put into words, the quiet worries that sit in your mind, the fears you push aside during the day, and the questions you carry in your heart at night. Nothing about your experience is hidden or overlooked. In your most difficult moments, when you feel like giving up, or when the path ahead seems unclear, you are still being guided. Even when you cannot see direction, there are subtle ways in which you are being led forward, through small decisions, unexpected strength, or moments of clarity that arrive just when you need them most. What feels like coincidence is often quiet guidance working in ways you may not immediately recognize. Protection is also part of this unseen support. There are things you have been spared from that you may never fully realize, paths you didn't take, situations that didn't unfold, outcomes that could have been far worse. Even when life feels chaotic or uncertain, it does not mean you are abandoned. It means there are layers of care and protection surrounding you, even in ways you cannot yet understand. Being understood is something every person longs for, and it can feel painful when it seems like no one truly sees your inner world. But you are understood more deeply than you know. Every emotion you experience, whether it's doubt, sadness, hope, or frustration, is acknowledged. You don't have to explain yourself perfectly or justify how you feel. You are already known, completely and honestly. This doesn't mean your struggles disappear instantly, but it does mean you don't have to face them on your own. There is strength available to you that goes beyond your current energy, a quiet resilience that rises when you feel like you have nothing left. It shows up in your ability to keep going, even in small ways, even when everything feels difficult. So when the feeling of loneliness tries to settle in, remind yourself that it is only a feeling, not a final truth. There is more around you than what you can see, and more support within your reach than what you can measure. You are walking through life with guidance, with protection, and with understanding that never fades, even in your lowest moments. Your pain has purpose, even if it doesn't feel that way while you're living through it. When you're in the middle of challenges, delays, or disappointments, it can seem like everything is working against you. You might question why things aren't happening the way you hoped, why doors keep closing, or why progress feels so slow. In those moments, it's easy to believe that your struggles are random or unfair, as if they serve no real meaning. But what feels like chaos often carries a deeper kind of order that only becomes clear with time. Every challenge you face is shaping something within you. It's building resilience in ways comfort never could. When things come easily, growth is limited. But when you are stretched, tested, and pushed beyond what feels manageable, something stronger begins to form inside you. You learn how to endure, how to adapt, and how to keep moving forward even when motivation fades. That kind of strength cannot be taught. It is developed through experience. Delays, as frustrating as they are not always setbacks. Sometimes they are preparation. You may feel ready for something, convinced that now is the right time, but there are often unseen factors being aligned in the background. Skills are being refined, patience is being developed, and circumstances are being arranged in ways you may not yet understand. What feels like being held back can actually be a form of protection or timing that ensures when things do happen, they happen in a way that lasts. Disappointments carry their own kind of purpose too. They have a way of redirecting you even when it hurts. Not every opportunity that leaves your life was meant to stay. Not every path you hoped for was meant to be yours. While it may feel like loss in the moment, it often creates space for something better suited to who you are becoming. Disappointment can refine your focus, clarify your priorities, and reveal what truly matters. Your character is being shaped through all of this. The way you respond to difficulty, the way you handle uncertainty, the way you continue despite setbacks. These things are forming the foundation of who you are. Strength, patience, humility, and perseverance are not built in easy seasons. They are developed when you are faced with situations that require you to rise, even when you feel like staying down. It's important to understand that purpose is not always immediate. You may not see the reason behind your pain right now, and that can be frustrating, but meaning often reveals itself in hindsight. One day you may look back and realize that what once felt like a breaking point was actually a turning point, that the struggle you wanted to escape was the very thing that prepared you for something greater. None of this means your pain should be ignored or minimized. What you feel is real, and it matters. But within that reality, there is also transformation happening. You are not the same person you were before these experiences, and that change, although difficult, is not without value. So even if the road feels uncertain, even if progress feels slow, trust that something meaningful is taking place. Your strength is growing, your character is deepening, and your future is being shaped in ways that will eventually make sense, even if they don't right now. You are seen and valued as you are, not as the version of yourself you think you need to become to be accepted. There is a quiet pressure many people carry, the feeling that they must appear strong, put together and flawless in order to be worthy of love, respect, or acknowledgement. It can make you hide the parts of yourself that feel messy or unfinished, as if those pieces somehow disqualify you. But the truth is, your worth is not dependent on perfection. It never has been. You don't have to pretend that everything is okay when it isn't. You don't have to cover your struggles with a smile just to make others comfortable. The parts of you that feel weak, uncertain, or broken are not things to be ashamed of. They are part of your human experience, and rather than making you less valuable, they reveal your depth, your honesty, and your courage to keep going despite it all. Every tear you have shed carries meaning. Even the ones that fell in silence, when no one else was around to notice, were not wasted. They reflect moments when your heart was overwhelmed, when something mattered deeply to you, when you were processing pain that couldn't be expressed any other way. Those tears are not signs of failure. They are evidence that you feel, that you care, that you are alive in a world that can sometimes be heavy. Your silent prayers, the thoughts you never said out loud, the hopes you whispered within yourself, those matter too. Even when it feels like no answer comes right away, it doesn't mean those moments go unheard. There is value in your sincerity, in your openness, in your willingness to reach for something beyond yourself. You are not ignored simply because the response doesn't come in the way or timing you expected. Every effort you make, no matter how small it seems, is significant. The days when getting out of bed feels like a victory, the moments when you choose to keep going instead of giving up, the times you try again after failure, those are not minor things. They are powerful acts of persistence. Growth is often quiet and gradual, happening in ways that are easy to overlook, but that doesn't make it any less real. You are not measured by your worst moments or defined by your mistakes. You are more than the times you fell short, more than the doubts that cross your mind, more than the labels you or others may have placed on you. Your identity is not limited to what you've done wrong or what you haven't yet achieved. Being seen and valued as you are means you can stop chasing an impossible standard of perfection. It means you can begin to accept yourself in the present moment, even while you are still growing. It means recognizing that you are already enough, not because you have everything figured out, but because your existence, your effort, and your journey all carry inherent worth. There is a quiet dignity in being real, in showing up as yourself without pretending to be someone else. And in that authenticity, there is a kind of freedom, the freedom to grow honestly, to heal fully, and to live without the constant weight of trying to prove your value. You are already seen, you are already valued, and nothing about your imperfections can take that away. Peace is available even in chaos, though it may feel distant when everything around you seems unsettled, when life becomes overwhelming, when plans fall apart, when uncertainty rises, when fear starts to take hold. It's natural to think that peace can only exist once everything is fixed. But real peace doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It exists in the middle of imperfect, unpredictable moments, quietly present even when circumstances are loud and unstable. The kind of peace most people search for is often tied to control, the idea that if everything goes according to plan, if nothing goes wrong, then calmness will follow. But life rarely works that way. Situations change, challenges appear without warning, and not everything can be managed or predicted. If peace depended on everything going right, it would always feel out of reach. That's why true peace comes from something deeper, something steadier than external conditions. It begins with trust, not blind denial of reality, but a grounded belief that you are not facing life alone. Even when you don't have all the answers, even when the path ahead is unclear, there is guidance available to you. This trust doesn't eliminate difficulty, but it changes how you move through it. Instead of being consumed by fear, You begin to face challenges with a sense of steadiness, knowing that you are supported in ways you may not fully see. Fear has a way of amplifying chaos. It fills your thoughts with worst-case scenarios, making everything feel more urgent and more overwhelming than it actually is. It pulls your focus into the future, into things that haven't happened yet, creating tension in the present moment. But peace brings you back. It reminds you to focus on what is in front of you right now, on what you can handle in this moment instead of everything at once. You don't have to solve your entire life to feel calm. Sometimes peace is found in taking one step, then another, without needing to see the whole picture. It's found in slowing down your thoughts, in choosing not to let anxiety control every decision, in allowing yourself to breathe even when things feel uncertain. These small shifts may seem simple, but they create space for calm to exist within you, even if the world around you hasn't changed. Being guided doesn't always mean receiving clear, dramatic signs. Often it shows up in subtle ways: a quiet sense of direction, a feeling that something is right or wrong, a moment of clarity after confusion. When you begin to trust these small moments, you start to move with more confidence, even without complete certainty. Peace is not the absence of problems, it is the presence of stability within you. It allows you to remain grounded while everything else is shifting. It doesn't mean you won't feel fear or stress, but it means those feelings don't have to control you. You can acknowledge them without being overwhelmed by them. Even in chaos, you can find stillness. Even in uncertainty, you can find reassurance. And even in fear, you can find a quiet strength that reminds you, you are supported, you are guided, and you will make it through whatever you are facing. Your future holds hope and direction, even if right now it feels uncertain or unclear. There are moments in life when everything seems paused, when progress feels slow or completely absent, and you may start to wonder if you are stuck in the same place with no real way forward. It can feel like time is passing while nothing is changing, like your efforts are not leading anywhere meaningful. But that feeling does not define your reality. It only reflects what you can currently see, not what is actually unfolding. Your life is not finished. It is still in motion, still developing, still opening into something more. Just because you cannot see the full picture does not mean there isn't one. Many of the most important parts of your journey happen quietly, beneath the surface, where growth takes place before results become visible. Like roots growing deep before a tree rises, your life is being prepared in ways that may not yet be obvious. There is a path ahead of you, even if it's not clearly marked. You don't need to have everything figured out to begin moving forward. Direction often becomes clear only after you take the next step, not before. Waiting until you feel completely certain can keep you from moving at all. But small steps, taken with willingness rather than perfection, gradually reveal where you are meant to go. Hope is not about ignoring difficulty or pretending everything is easy. It's about believing that what lies ahead can be meaningful, that your current situation is not the final chapter. Even if things haven't worked out the way you expected, it doesn't mean better things are not possible. Sometimes the path you imagined had to change so that you could discover one that aligns more deeply with who you are becoming. Growth is a continuous process, not a single moment of transformation. It happens through experiences, through challenges, through learning and adjusting along the way. Each step you take, even the uncertain ones, contributes to that growth. You are gaining insight, building resilience, and becoming more prepared for what lies ahead, even when it doesn't feel like it in the moment. New opportunities often appear when you least expect them. They may not look exactly like what you had planned, and they may require you to step outside your comfort zone, but they carry the potential to move your life in a meaningful direction. Staying open, rather than shutting down because of past disappointments, allows you to recognize and step into those opportunities when they come. You are not behind, you are not too late. Your timeline does not have to match anyone else's. Life unfolds differently for each person, and comparison only distorts your view of your own journey. What matters is that you continue moving, continue learning, continue staying open to what is ahead. Step by step, things will begin to make more sense. Not all at once, not instantly, but gradually. One decision will lead to another, one experience will open the door to the next, and over time, what once felt uncertain will begin to take shape into something clearer. There is more ahead for you than what you've already seen. More growth, more understanding, more purpose, and moments that will remind you why you kept going. So even if the path feels unclear right now, keep moving forward. Trust that direction will come, that opportunities will appear, and that your future still holds something worth reaching for.